Sir, we keep losing money on these. Can we please raise the price?
Raise the hot dog!
If you raise that price, I will end you!
Oh, okay. Never mind. Keeping it $1.50.
In the early 2000s, an executive walked into the office of one of Costco's founders with a problem he thought was obvious. The company was selling a hot dog and a soda for $1.50. It had sold that exact combo at that exact price since 1985. And by now, after decades of inflation, it was bleeding money on every single one. So the CEO, Craig Jelinek, did the responsible thing. He suggested they raise the price. The founder, Jim Sinegal, looked at him and said,
"What if we consider a different approach?"
This is my company, and we do things my way. Is that clear? Clear?
He was joking, mostly. But that one sentence explains something strange about one of the most successful retailers on earth. A company that has quietly decided that losing money, on purpose, forever, is the smartest thing it can do. This is the story of the $1.50 hot dog and why it will never, ever change. If you've been to a Costco, you know the ritual. You survive the warehouse, you load up a cart the size of a small car, and on the way out, there it is, the food court. A quarter-pound hot dog, a 20-ounce soda with free refills, $1.50. That price has not moved in 40 years. Not through recessions, not through the worst inflation in a generation. A 1985 $1.50 would be worth more than $4 today. Costco simply did not. And people love it for that. The hot dog has become a kind of national symbol, proof that somewhere, something is still fair. Here is the part that doesn't make sense. Costco isn't holding that price out of charity. And it's not some rounding error they haven't noticed. They know exactly what it costs. They know they lose money on it. By some estimates, Costco sells around 150 million of these hot dogs every year, at a loss. Any normal company would raise the price by $1 tomorrow and never think about it again. Costco would rather rebuild its entire supply chain than add a single quarter. To understand why, you have to understand a secret about Costco that has nothing to do with hot dogs. Because Costco barely makes money selling you anything at all. Walk through a Costco and look at the prices. They're low. Aggressively, almost suspiciously low. That's not an accident, and it's not generosity. Costco caps its own markups. While a typical retailer might mark an item up 25, 50, even 100%, Costco rarely goes above 14. By design, it refuses to make much profit on the products sitting on its shelves, which raises an obvious question. If it doesn't make money on the things it sells, how is it one of the largest, richest retailers in the world? The answer is the card in your wallet, the membership. To shop at Costco, you have to pay a yearly fee just to walk in the door. And here is the staggering part. Those membership fees make up roughly 2/3 of Costco's entire profit. Not the food, not the televisions, not the giant tubs of mayonnaise. The fee. Costco is not really a store that sells products. It's a club that sells the right to get a good deal. And the products are just there to make that right feel worth it. Now the hot dog makes sense. The hot dog isn't food. It's marketing. It's the last thing you taste on your way out the door, and it leaves you with one single feeling. This place is always, always a deal. That feeling is the most valuable thing Costco owns. Because that feeling is what makes you renew your membership next year. And around 90% of members do. So do the math the way Sinegal does. Yes, the hot dog loses money. A few cents on each one. But it protects a membership fee that prints billions, renewed year after year by people who walk out happy, clutching a $1.50 dinner. Raising the price would save a little. It might cost the one thing that actually makes Costco rich, The belief that this is the one place that would never nickel and dime you. That's why, when Jelinek said they were losing their rear ends, Sinegal didn't say, "We can afford it."
The projections are spiraling. We have to do something.
You think I didn't foresee this? Fix it. Tonight.
And they did. But not by touching the price. Instead, Costco did something almost no company would bother to do for a hot dog. It went to war on the cost. It stopped buying hot dogs from its outside supplier entirely. It built its own manufacturing plants, one in Los Angeles, one in Chicago, and started producing the hot dogs itself under its own Kirkland signature brand. By cutting out the supplier's profit, it pushed the cost down far enough to keep the promise alive. Think about that. Faced with a hot dog that lost money, Costco's answer wasn't charge more. It was build a factory. They protected a $1.50 price tag by re-engineering the entire supply chain behind it. And that same move is hiding in plain sight all over the warehouse. That Kirkland brand they leaned on for the hot dog? It's now more than 500 products, and it makes up nearly a quarter of everything Costco sells. The hot dog wasn't just a hot dog. It was the test case for the whole company. So here's the principle underneath all of it. Costco understands something most businesses forget. The cheapest item on the menu can be the most expensive thing to remove. The hot dog isn't a product with a margin. It's a promise with a price tag. And a promise, once you break it, doesn't come back. Most companies chase profit one item at a time. Costco plays a different game. It loses on purpose, in the exact spots customers feel most. The hot dog, the $5 rotisserie chicken, so that the one thing it really sells, the membership, feels impossible to cancel. The loss leader isn't a discount, it's a moat. Which brings us back to that office and that quote.
This was never about the money. It was about the future we were meant to build.
It sounds like a joke about a snack. It's actually the clearest statement of strategy you will ever hear. Sinegal once put it another way. If the price of that hot dog ever goes up, he said, it means he's dead. Because the $1.50 hot dog is the most profitable money Costco never makes. Costco figured out that the thing losing money was the thing holding everything together. Most companies never learn that. And a few of them made the exact opposite mistake, charging for the one thing they should have given away for free. But that's a story for the next one.